Good morning. I'm so happy to share with you all this morning. I only wish I could meet you all too. My name's Christina, and I've connected with Sardis Community Church through working at Sardis Doorway. I've volunteered at Sardis Doorway for about 2 years, and then last summer I started as staff. I offer support to the moms, and then I work closely with Karen to coordinate our Doorway program and also our End Abuse program, and I facilitate the When Love Hurts group meetings. I also bring greetings from Yarrow United Mennonite Church, where my family attends. My husband is the pastor there. Living in community and being present and journeying with people in community is something I am so passionate about. My husband and I and my kids, we lived in the Philippines for 7 years, and as church planters and peace and development workers, we journeyed with a lot of people and saw God's healing and transformative power in their lives. I'll share a bit about our friend Jeff. He was part of our house church, and he spent many hours in our home and with our kids. We were community with Jeff and with lots of people, but Jeff wanted to go to university, and Mennonite Church Canada, our sending organization, was able to pay his way to do a degree in psychology. Coming from a poor family, Jeff never thought university would be an option for him, and the contribution he can now make to his family because of the job he now has is a huge impact and super helpful. Jeff's working on his master's, and we've been supporting him through that too. But for recently, I asked Jeff some questions because I've been fundraising a bit more for him for his master's, and here's something that he shared. Graduating from college is a milestone for me. Coming from a poor family, I thought that I would never make it and finish my education. I saw and felt the love of God in my undergraduate studies because of the way my community supported me financially, emotionally, and spiritually. I finished the degree with honors because we journey and support each other. While I was reflecting on what to write when I was asked to share here, I looked through these comments and thought, wow, that's exactly it. We're here supporting people in community, and it looks like many different ways. Sometimes it's just a listening ear, sometimes it's financial help, and it for sure involves that emotional and spiritual connection with the people so we can have a relationship in community and offer support. We all need that. The financial aid we gave to Jeff to attend school was hugely important, but so was that emotional and spiritual support. And Jeff and many other young adults in Manila, he became part of our family. He ate with us, he helped raise our kids. We worshiped together and studied the Bible and prayed together and really knew each other's struggles. He also even lived with us for 3 months when he was doing his practicum. And the community we built around each other and what we were able to support him through, it carried us all through a lot of our journey and faith and work. And now Jeff is supporting his family. He lives with parents and siblings, and he's able to find meaningful and well-paid work. And he does training for urban poor youth about mental health and working on his master's. So yeah, that's one of those stories of really building community around someone and supporting someone, and what a transformation it makes in people's lives. When we moved to Yarrow, straight from Manila, which was a big transition, we were passionate again about finding community and being that for each other and knowing that we needed it too. So for us, that meant living a front yard life, both literally, like hanging out in our front yard and not hiding in our backyard, and also metaphorically, just being open in our lives to others, to meet people in the neighborhood, and to have time to notice the needs of people around us. So the other day, my neighbor, just an example of how we've built community there, my neighbor told me that her teenage daughter, who's been struggling this year with mental health issues, she told her mom, Mom, you don't have to worry about me being home alone at all, because I know I can always go to Darnell and Christina if I'm not okay. And my neighbor said this with like tears in her eyes, and I know she felt so thankful that we're there in community with her. Not only do they, give us the keys to their house to grab their mail when they're gone and stuff, but they also let us into their lives emotionally and connect with us so that we can totally support each other. And it goes both ways. My work at Doorway is another way I can really connect with people and help build community around those who really need it most. Supporting the moms emotionally, spiritually, and also financially is important, just like my friend Jeff in Manila. The Doorway moms, they don't just need hampers and guidance for how to go back to school or different things. They also need someone to just walk alongside them, someone to care, to check up on them, to love their kids. They need a safe and loving community. We all need that. One woman from Doorway needed to move out of an unsafe home. This was a little while back, but she had no one to turn to. So another volunteer and I, who were both her small group leaders, we offered support in this time. My friend watched her kids, and I moved her stuff with my minivan. I filled my whole van 2 times, brought her to a women's shelter. But what was interesting is the next week, she was very grateful for it. She needed the support. And then the next week, she realized she did need her bed and mattress too, and it wouldn't fit in my van. We needed to bring my trailer. And I ended up saying, well, we can do that if you're willing to let my husband do it for you, because I don't feel comfortable maneuvering the trailer. So that happened, and it was good. And the next week, she told me that she was so worried about having this man she doesn't know help her. She doesn't know how to trust men. She doesn't have any men in her life that she can trust. And she just said with this huge smile, like, your husband is so kind, and he was so patient even when I forgot my purse and I was frazzled. And it just really reminded me how much we all, like men, women, families, need to care for each other, because some people don't have people they can trust in their lives. And she was just blown away by the care we were able to give her. Many of us do have a lot of people in our lives that we can turn to in time of need, and I know I do, but many in our community, and especially the Doorway moms, they don't have a lot of those loving, trusted people in community, and they're very isolated and alone, as are many other people. And so offering that community is so huge in people's lives. We all need others in order to heal, in order to be whole, and in order to be well in our own being. We need that community, and we need to be that community. And it is through this supportive and loving communities that we are in that we can see the healing power of God work in us and through us.